Oh, this just isn't gonna work. Now that we've established that you are a freak of nature, right? What we have here, guys, is something that fixes or addresses an issue in the AK realm. We have AKs on the table here, and the issue is mounting sights. There's lots of different ways to do it, everything from side mounts to rails, and what I have here is Brian from
Occam Defense Solutions.
Occam Defense Solutions. Jaeger made a whole video about, you know, where you get your name and all that. We'll cut that out. We got it. We're
Keep
smart.
it simple, stupid. That's our deal.
We're smart here at the VSO Gun Channel. We can handle it. And what this is a solution to all those other problems. And, you know, this one seems to simplify everything. So, what we have here is some AKs. We go ahead and take a look at them, see how this mounts up right here, right? This is a C39B2. You see, now we're mounting optics on the stoutest part of the gun.
We are directly coupled to the barrel. So
Yes.
I like to think of it, the way I describe it to people is that we have been in the carry handle days of the AK, whereas the AR has moved on. There's a flat top, there's a good place to stick an optic. The AK never got that makeover, and so this is highly analogous to changing the upper on an AR, but we're doing it on an AK. We got rid of that rear leaf and we stuck a pick rail right where you need it.
So for everybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, this is the stock part, right? You get this flippity doodah right here, right? Which there are two types of AK guys, right?
There sure are.
Well, we're gonna
for this.
Remember,
Yeah,
we're talking
totally.
Occam here. We're gonna simplify the shit out of this, right? We could subcategorize this all day, but there are the guys that use the sight leaf and think that it's really important, and then there's the dudes that think it's the dumbest thing in the world, right?
Yep.
So this is for the second people, right? This is for the guys who expect, like, their AK is their home defense gun. Like, this is the gun that you're going to shoot bad guys inside your house with, right?
Yep. This is the fighting rifle.
This is the fighting rifle AK, people, right? Yep. That's what this is for, right? All you guys that think that you can shoot 1,000, or this one's metered out to 800 meters, right? All you guys that think that you can shoot 800 meters with an AK-47, this is not for you.
That's right.
Now, I have used these sight leafs. I have videos out of me shooting out to about 600 meters with an AK with iron sights. It can be done.
That is awesome.
But it took a long time, all right? And it was completely impractical. And we had known distances that we were actually set the targets up at 600 meters with a laser rangefinder and proved that it was doable, right? And that AKs were not inaccurate. That was the purpose of the test. Now that we've done that, we can say that this is probably the least efficient sight that you can possibly use. If you look at an AK sight, the great thing about an AR sight, a traditional peep sight on an AR, is you have an upper limit. You don't have that on an AK, and especially when you're using it in a fighting sense in close quarters, we tend to look over top of the sight instead of through the sight, and we end up missing, right? So what you've done is you've fixed this part into these parts right here that allows us to mount optics on top instead of having that dumb sight leaf. Now we can transform this guy right here into the high-speed stuff that we love to look at, right?
Totally. Yeah, it's good eye candy.
Yes, absolutely. But it's functional eye candy.
Big time.
So can you go ahead and explain how you came to this conclusion, one, really quickly, as well as what you've got offered here on the table and how it actually works, how it gets installed, and all that sort of stuff.
Sure thing. So I was stuck in California, and we all know they have horrific gun laws there. I was learning about AKs, and all of the optic solutions either don't hold zero well or add a bunch of complexity, and they add weight on the forward end of the gun. And unlike ARs, AKs are not balanced well. And so the more weight you add here, the heavier it feels, even, you know, because of the leverage. And in California, you cannot use, if you want to use detachable mags, you have to block off this part of the gun. So I was trying to do one-handed fighting drills without a thumb, and this weight here was awful. And I'm a big, strong dude, and it was awful. So that offended my sense of what is right about this gun. This gun is about being simple and working. So I realized that there's a great place to stick an optic, and that I will never shoot somebody for self-defense outside of 100 yards. 100%. You know, maybe it's 300 if the zombies are marching, but that's it.
Convince the courts that you needed to shoot somebody at 100 yards.
Totally.
Right.
And I live in Idaho now, which is, it's a prairie state, and so if you had some witnesses and somebody was plinking at you, prairie areas, you could, it's got to be dicey, right?
Yeah, but
we're talking about...
But still, I mean, how long is the longest hallway in your house? Think about that for a second, right? You don't have to answer. It's not 100 yards, right?
Totally. We're bad breath.
Yeah.
And so what I didn't want to get rid of is the rear notch, because when this thing goes down, which it can, I still wanted to be able to go to the irons. And so there is still, in exactly the same place, this is hard to show on camera, but I promise you, there's the same rear notch here that in exactly the same place as on this leaf sight. And so I'm going to just put my thumbnail in it to show you it's there, and it's there. So you still have good irons that we had people out today on the range ringing steel at 300.
Unfortunately,
no
sweat. Numbers shut down the range before I got a chance to shoot it. So
bummer.
You guys will be seeing this. So, like we'll take this out to the range and we'll shoot this, right? We'll go do some dedicated work with this. So not to cut this short, but right now this is beyond the work of somebody that can, like, you can't like buy this piece, right, and probably install it in your garage, right?
If you're a home builder, no big deal. But for the average gun user, no, bad idea. And so we're working with getting authorized gunsmiths, FFLs, so that you can ship your gun to the dealer, have them do the job, warranty it, get you a gun back that's guaranteed working, good shape.
Excellent, excellent. Yep. Now, I don't consider myself a like in the gun like assembly realm, right? I don't consider myself a slouch. I would not do this.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Like I'd tear my shit apart all the time. I would not do this. This is gunsmith level work.
It's varsity level gunsmithing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Most
like
people that build AKs buy
JV
a populated. yeah. Most of them buy a populated barrel, and then that already has the parts on it. Slide that into the front trunnion, and they're good to go.
Yeah.
It is nice in that you're already going through places. All the drills, everything is already clocked for you. But still, if you haven't done it before, it's not the place to learn.
Right, and we'll have as that list populates of people that are cool to do it, especially like bigger names of people. Like, did you talk to the Atlas guys at all? We
have been crossing,
okay.
Trying to get together. But yeah, they're real good dudes.
Once we get some lists, we'll make sure that we put that below. You need to put it on your website, and then maybe we can just send them there so they can figure out where they can get this done. Because I'm excited about trying this thing out, right? Because I actually have an AK that has a red dot on it that's zeroed for 400 yards, and that's all I shoot it on. Like I take it out and I'm just like, check this out, bing, right?
Very cool.
And if you hold it on the bottom of the target, you can totally you can shoot a regular size steel target at 100 yards, or at
yeah, so you got the holdover.
Yeah. So you can do it, but you can also hit the 400, if you want to do it that way.
That is cool.
But no, this is exciting. I'm really looking forward to getting this out on the range and trying it out. I think it's a really good option for guys that are looking for a no bullshit way to mount an optic for fighting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Greg,
we managed to remove
Brian?
five parts from this, and so we've made it a lot simpler, lighter.
Wait a minute. This is an American part, right?
American part.
So
and forgive me, we just got off the range.
922R?
Check your 922R. I believe that the rear sight tower is not listed as a component, believe it or not, in 922R. But check, your mileage may vary. 922R is we all know it's a muddy thing. It might be helpful. I don't want to guarantee that.
No, okay. Absolutely. Well, hey, buddy, thank you very much for coming on the channel, showing us something really neat. Guys, be checking out, be staying tuned over the course of the next couple weeks and months. We'll have something for you guys that'll be a practical demonstration from the range. This thing will be pretty cool. And, stay tuned for Occam Defense. It is defense, right?
You got it?
Okay.
Yep.